Hey, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with an update on one of my favorite stocks, Li Auto, one of the major Chinese EV manufacturers. If you don't already know that, if you've been living under a rock for the last couple of years. So what I'm going to do is I've got some couple of interesting pieces of information for you today to bring related to Li, kind of overall look at kind of what's going on with their stock, as well as what's going to be happening, in my opinion, with the stock in the next, say, 12 months, give or take. I think it's going to go up. I think this is a stock that is absolutely going to continue to grow. I think it's a $40 to $50 stock, if not more, by the end of the year. I just think it's going to do really, really well. So yeah, as always, remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing, become part of my community. Just hit that subscribe notification button below. And I release new videos every single day on a wide topic range of subjects. Say that really fast. Wide topic range of subject. That didn't make any sense. You get my point though. On a wide range of subjects every single day, covering different stocks, bringing you new information, stock prediction videos, you name it. I'm here for you because I have one simple goal, and that's to help you make more money in the stock market by giving you interesting and new pieces of information as they come out for specific stocks so that you can help make better choices overall in what you choose to invest in. As always, put any stock that you're going to buy through your own technical, fundamental due diligence. Just saying. And please drop a like on this video. It helps the video out, and my goal is real simple, is to just bring you value. If you're getting value out of this video, please just hit that little like button. It helps me, helps the channel, helps everything. So with that said, let's do it. Let's go take a look at what's going on with Li. So as I mentioned in the video, in the beginning of the video, this stock's currently trading at around 24.51. It's already been a long day. Crazy. Okay. It's down about 7% today, but the NASDAQ's overall down. Dow's just up a little. Actually, Dow's doing really well. Earlier, about 30 minutes ago, it was down 200. So, wow, that's come back. So the NASDAQ should turn around. Hopefully, we'll get a green day. But right now, this particular stock is doing, 24.51. I do own Li, by the way. I am a shareholder. And if it continues to kind of dip a little bit, I may pick up some more shares, do some dollar cost averaging in that scenario. Okay, so yeah, and I think this is a $40, $50 stock, guys, within 12 months. I think absolutely fundamentally it is. I'm a huge believer in this stock, as well as NIO, XPeng, the three Chinese EV manufacturers. And kind of that leads me into my next topic of discussion related to this stock, is that I think, as we look at the chart, I think that this stock is going to continue to benefit from being a Chinese EV manufacturer. The Chinese government is absolutely going to help their own Li, XPeng, and NIO as relates to helping them grow their businesses. Obviously, why wouldn't they, right? So they're going to continue to grow the EV marketplace as a whole. That's actually one of the points that I'm going to be talking about here in a minute when I show you some information I've got related to this. But Li is going to benefit from being a Chinese EV manufacturer, period. It will continue to benefit from that. If we look at kind of a one day, it's trading obviously down. 5 days, we got kind of our traditional 5-day star arc here. So we hit 2682 there, 2506. So let's look at a 1 month. 1 month is hit a low down on March 8th, which doesn't really surprise me. That was kind of the 2133. That was kind of when almost every stock on the planet kind of hit that bottom part, right? But it's bounced back up pretty nicely from there, from a 21 up to 26 currently, and it's trading at, again, this is showing yesterday. So it's currently trading at 24.51. Yesterday traded up to 26.37. Again, down just a little bit. No big deal, okay? So obviously I don't want to show you a chart. You can look at charts everywhere. So what I want to talk to you about is this particular piece of information. I've got two pieces of information for you for Li. Okay, so number one, obviously we had the pandemic challenge, right? Okay, so despite the pandemic challenges, Li has beaten analyst estimates for its revenues and earnings in the past couple of quarters. Okay, that's impressive to do. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it, the fact that they've been able to beat analyst estimates for revenues and earnings in the past couple of quarters is impressive. Okay, so the company has kicked off 2021 with a bang in the fast-growing Chinese market. Li, the stock itself has grown impressively in the past 6 months, growing by over 57%. That's really taking into consideration also that the stock lost some of its value, obviously, when we had kind of what I'm calling the red days, the red time, when the Nasdaq was down in February and March, down over almost 1,000 points, right? Okay, so Lee has started the year with well over 5,000 Lee 1 deliveries in January, representing a growth of 355% year over year. That's very impressive delivery numbers. Okay, so the competitive advantage that Lee has over its competitors XPeng and Neo is it has very strong margins. So it's very strong margins. Okay, for instance, its fourth quarter gross margins were a remarkable 17.5%, as well as 16.4% for the whole year. Okay, so incredibly impressive gross margins. Okay, so these margins should remain elevated this year as well, which will help the company to break even. So needless to say, this is definitely one of the EV stocks to keep an eye on. Here's the thing: if you're not currently owning Lee, again, do your own due diligence, but it would be my advice to at least own some of it. Take a bullish position in Lee, Neo, XPeng, because I do firmly believe that those big three EV manufacturers, again, I'm just going to keep saying this, are going to benefit from any and all help that the Chinese government is going to be able to offer. In fact, there's a piece of information, I just did a video on Neo, you can see it on my channel here, that Neo just signed a deal with a Chinese-owned infrastructure company to be able to for battery swapping stations. So, okay, so again, that's a perfect example of the Chinese government helping their own, and I think again they will continue to do those things for Lee and XPeng as well. Okay, so that's the first piece of news I wanted to bring you. Okay, but this is the other one. So I'm sure I don't know if you've heard this or not. Lee, XPeng, and Neo are all investigating and moving forward with basically dual listing. So their stocks are currently traded on the American exchanges, but they are looking to potentially change, also be traded in Hong Kong. Okay, and so that's the kind of the point of this article. But the benefit of that is, number one, they raise capital, and number two, through the IPO offerings. But number two, I think that those being traded, for example, on Hong Kong, that will kind of have their stock traded closer to home, right? Proverbial, and it could again create additional investor momentum and overall, kind of market momentum, awareness momentum, and things like that. So that's something that there's multiple benefits there. Okay, so real quickly, there's really two, and that's one reason. So, and I'll dive deeper into that. The second reason that that Lee, XPeng, Neo, but Lee is what we're talking about here mostly. I don't know if you know this, is that the Chinese Passenger Car Association announced Tuesday that electric vehicle sales rose sevenfold year over year in February. Sevenfold, so it's 7 times year over year, February to February. That's impressive growth numbers. Okay, and ironically, that's very impressive given this statement. Although monthly sales of 97,000 were down 38% from January, many analysts still see those figures as bullish for EV stocks. For instance, Wedbush analyst Dan Ives attributed much of the month-over-month decline to the Lunar New Year holiday. I would add into that the pandemic. And China is still absolutely, somehow dealing with that as well as the rest of the world. But again, look, so basically they're saying, hey, it was kind of it's their huge Lunar New Year holiday that they have. So everybody kind of literally just checks out for that particular holiday season. So with that in the rearview mirror, we're going to see continued strength in March sales. Also in March, it's just going to continue to get better. Okay. Remember, I mentioned this earlier. So that's the one piece of information related to this article is that they had massive growth, but even considering the fact that there was the Lunar New Year holiday. We're still, the COVID-19 pandemic is still here. It is still here. I think that there's still people that are kind of still worried overall, what's going to happen in the marketplace, things like that, just the economy and things like that. And again, China is going to do everything they can. I'm just going to keep saying this like a broken record to help their own. And I think that these three stocks, Whoop, my apologies, I went too far. Lee, Xpeng, and NIO are really going to benefit. Okay, so remember I mentioned this earlier. Okay, so basically all three companies are eyeing dual listings in Hong Kong. So they're all considering listing as soon as this year in a move that could raise $5 billion. Okay, Xpeng is also considering a third listing in Shanghai. Well, there you go. So why does this matter? Okay, as China continues to invest in green technology, again, it's just being shown everywhere that the Chinese government is going to continue to invest in green technology. These dual listings can help the EV stocks leverage investor interest closer to home. I already mentioned that. These listings could also be the shock Lee, Xpeng, and NIO need to start climbing higher again. I think that right now the stocks are kind of not really doing a ton, and I think, again, if you are a long-term investor, it's something that you ought to be seriously considering doing. A few final thoughts. Man, my tongue is getting wrapped up today. Done a couple of videos already, and I can already tell. I think that the big three, Lee, Xpeng, NIO, are all going to continue to go up. Okay, do your own due diligence. Put it through whatever tech or fundamental analysis, technical analysis, fundamental, whatever you want to do. But I think that these stocks will all do well. I own NIO, I own Lee, I own Xpeng. I'm a bullish believer in these stocks and the marketplace they're playing in. I mean, and we haven't really mentioned the European market as well, right? And so they're all poised and continue to benefit. If you're taking a bullish stance and you're taking the stance and looking at a 6-month, 12-month out time frame, I think it's a no-brainer. I think that they're all standing. They're all going to, especially Lee, NIO, they're all going to go really, really well. Xpeng's the same. They're all going to do well. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I could continue to talk about the same thing and say the same thing over again, but I'm not going to do that to you. So I'm going to wrap up. And if you're looking for any more EV stock videos, they're here on the channel. Consider subscribing. Please drop a like on this video if you got value out of it. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me. And so I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Again, my name is Austin Hilton. I'm here for you every day. See ya. Bye.